Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am Dark Xeno, and welcome to the Saturday vlog. I know what you're all thinking about. Oh god, he's going to talk about it just like everybody else is. And yes, that is right. I am actually going to sit here and talk about the Nintendo Switch console. Now, as you're wondering, I'm going to try doing a new video editing skill. I'm going to put up in this side here some of the pictures of the items I am talking about inside this actual recording. I'm going to try recording the video first and then do the edit in the long run. And Link's going to be in the background waving at us. So let's start discussion. It is Nintendo's new console, release. It is, from what we're reading online, it is not the successor to the Wii U. It is not a successor for the 3DS either. So this is a new setup they're doing, which is going to prove pretty interesting because we see in the video, which I can't use because Nintendo's notorious for striking YouTubers for using their content. They might strike me actually for putting images up. I don't know. We will see what happens here. So it's not a successor for either of them, and as of this moment there is an update saying they plan to do a release of a successor to the 3DS here. When, I don't know, probably around December they'll do one of these conference things like they usually do, trying to hype up the new year, the new quarter, and the first release of this console. Now there was a Reddit thread going on. I have not sat down to read all of it. I've just read most of the ever great highlights. The first thing we've noticed is it is back to the cartridge-based design, which is great for a portable system. We all know that. CDs, they take too much power. The PSP, it's a great little digital system, but it eats batteries when you run a CD, one of those little UDM discs. I know I own a PSP. It's horrible on life compared to the 3DS. With the two screens and everything, the touch screens and the dual screens, and the battery lasts so much longer on the DSs over the PSP due to the spinning mechanism. 2, you don't have to worry about scratching the medium. 3, flash drives are coming down in price remarkably over the last 6 years. So it's an economical standpoint for them and a good finance standpoint at the moment. It may actually pose to be something that'll bite them in the butt if there's a run on chips in the long run. So instead of having a 10 gig memory stick inside these cartridges that they're going to be put together, there might be a run on the chips like we've seen in the past with Samsung, Micron, and all those suppliers. So we got to be careful with that one. We may have a game that originally starts at $60, but due to it's a chip shortage, bang, 80, 90 bucks. Now, there's been no real release information of how much memory this thing has on the inside. My guess is they're going to release it with a terabyte internal drive. It'd be ridiculous not to sell it with anything less than that. I know you're talking, oh, well, the PS4 and the Xbox One S only has 500 gig. Well, yeah, but, they came out 4 or 5 months ago. Here we got 6 months to March. Prices of drives drop all the time. So that would be really nice if they release it with a 1 terabyte drive. Now, they also did say it is not going to play Wii U games or 3DS games, which, okay, does that mean we're going to have a virtual console addition like the Wii U did? The ever great, console in here, which I'm still mad spending the money on this, and I've only got 6 games with it around here because nobody plays it. I'm sad. The Wii U had such a launch that was looked forward to, but the games just never really panned out for it like they did, and it's really sad about that. So I don't know what to think about that one. Okay, so there we talked about the cartridge based. Now the next thing is the controllers. We first see this first release of the console. You got this little controller which they slide in and out. So that's probably going to be what we see here for this picture. This is probably going to be the base release item. And okay, it looks good, but my question is how much is a second set of these controllers going to cost? Are we talking, another $30? Because The Wii controllers were 30. That wasn't bad. Are we talking PS4, controller, the DualShock 4, $60 a controller? That's gonna hurt. It's not gonna be something very easily, vouchered for everybody. I know I can't go dropping $60 to have an extra controller sitting around. Now, we did see in the video that they pulled these apart, and when you're playing two-player games, you turn them to side like the Wii controllers, and use them that way. Well, that's all and good if you're playing, easy sport games or, multiplayer games like the party games, the quick driving games of Mario Kart. Okay, that's good. But if I want to play a bigger game with somebody, as you see people taking these around place to place and putting them side by side, I guess the other person is going to have theirs linked up to theirs, but still, how much is a replacement controller going to cost? We've never been given a price of replacing one of these. And let's put it this way, I've yet to just let this sit around. After how many years with my kids, I don't let them sit around with the Wii U controller, because I don't know how much it's going to cost me. Is it going to cost me the same amount to replace the console? And that goes with this screen on this Switch. How much is it going to cost to fix a screen? How much is it going to cost to fix a controller? We're looking right here. My guess is this console is going to cost about $300 at launch. Right now, we have no information about, if it's got internal memory. My guess is going to have a 1 terabyte internal memory, our minimum 500, which will suck if it's 500. It's got to be 1 terabyte, especially for how beautiful the Legend of Zelda Breath of Winds, however you want to pronounce it. I'm calling it Breath of Winds. It's just a long, wispy title. It takes up too much time, Final Fantasy Breath. Da-da-da-da. So, and then we see Skyrim Enhanced, which is wonderful that we're going to see a Skyrim or a Bethesda game on a Nintendo console. And yeah, they do have a bunch of people lined up. You have Activision, Atlas, Bethesda, Capcom, EA. You have all these big name developers, Square Enix, Unity, the Unity engine, which would be really nice to have on there. But my problem is these are all the same people we saw with the Wii. And again, we saw all these same third parties with the Wii U. Did we get any games from them that was really something you rushed out and played and rushed out and bought? No, we got half-ass ports that were nowhere near the PS4, the Xbox, and everybody's going to say because it was due to the Wii U's power. Well, here's the funny thing that we go back to. What is this one going to have the power? Is it going to be like 2 Wii U's, or is it going to be the same power as the PS4, the Xbox One? It's hard to tell, because with this switchable screen, it's going to be probably a integrated APX, design. You can hear the daughter in the background. Or an APU design. Granted, a lot of them are the APUs from AMD, but in the end, it's going to be one of those things that I need to see what the launch titles are, what the hardware specs are, what the cost of the peripherals are, because that's where they're going to sit there and try hounding everybody. I'm just really, really skeptical. I can't get excited about this. And you're talking to a guy who's owned every Nintendo product since launch. I owned a Virtual Boy, the Failure Boy. I've owned the Little Red Headache Machine. I sold it this year because I've got no more room, and I didn't play it. I have the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, 64, the Wii, the Wii U, countless versions of the Game Boy, DS, 3DS. It goes on. And Nintendo, I see, wants to branch out, and in their video, they showed it as a very teeny, generation, my generation, the older generation console. They didn't show kids or the family sitting on the couch. But again, we heard this about the Wii U launch. It's going to be a gamer system. Well, prove to us. Show us the games that you're designing. This was a teaser, a 3-minute in, and I'm looking at a not buy. I can't do it. Really can't. I can't even recommend it. So let me know what you guys think. It's one of these things that I'm very skeptical right now. We need a lot more information. The people that are doing the interviews and stuff like that, they're being very secretive, and that's great. You need to be secretive because you don't want your competitors getting a hold of it. But to guys like me, I need more information. You burnt me on the Wii. Little titles that were really good push for me. You burnt me again on the Wii U. And now you tried pushing all these other little peripherals, the amiibos and everything else. I'm not one of these guys that got to go out and run and buy it all. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. I don't have the finances to do it. And a lot of people my age don't want to do it. We want to see a set of games that we know we want to buy. People buy the Xbox and the PS4 because we know we're going to get, the Call of Duties. We know we're going to get the Halo. We know we're going to get God of War. Okay, yeah, we're going to get Mario and Zelda and possibly some type of Metroid. Yeah, I know. I mentioned the franchise that shall not be mentioned lately with Nintendo. But it's just one of those things. We're not going to see it. You got to give us something big. You got to give these third parties access to it and more time to put something out that everybody wants to jump to your platform. This is a shareable platform. You show us in the video carrying it place to place to place to place. Prove to me. Prove to these developers that this is going to be the one system we want to spend $300 and some on to give to everybody else to show, hey, we support it. We're taking it here. We're taking it there. And then this is where Nintendo's really got to get back on the ship with everybody else, like Sony and Microsoft, is back off the Let's Players, back off the Twitch streamers, back off the YouTubers. Us guys here, we'll talk about your product left and right. You try dinging what little pennies we make off of these videos, we're not going to talk about your product. And that's where I'm really wondering what's going to go on here. Are they going to continue this stranglehold on the YouTube market and the Twitch market? Or are they going to release it saying, hey, go ahead, have fun? Because if they do that, they'll get more people playing Nintendo games, live streaming, talking about the games, playing games, taking the consoles out to places to play with other people. You sit here and stranglehold it, these people, the ones that put nothing but money into your pockets and take pennies back from us, we're not going to support you. All right, everybody, that's my rant for the weekend. Let me know what you think. I will see you all probably in the next few days. Hey, we got some games coming up this week. We have World of Final Fantasy releasing this week. I'm excited. So we'll see what goes on with that one. We have a few other games coming out. My list is missing from my screens. I'm looking over at my screen trying to figure out where's my list of games releasing. So let me know what you think. I'm ready to see something new. Nintendo, don't let me down. Granted, you can lose money for the rest of the next 30, 40 years and still be fine, but I got no faith in you. I'm sorry. I'm a Nintendo fan. I like your franchises, but I don't have faith right now. Someone's got to give me some faith in this. See y'all next time.